really fun, you guys. We're going to talk about pinching your flowers. Pinching is so important because it's how you can like double, triple, maximize your yield. It does make your flowers kind of like 2 weeks behind when they would normally bloom, but you'll get triple the yield by doing it. So what pinching back means is we're going to snip the top stem of our flowers. We're going to do that with flowers, and I'm also going to show you how to do that with basil. Basil also does really well by pinching. It'll increase the branches that you get to harvest. So this is all about increasing your yields and making your plants healthier. So one of the things that we're going to do today, and by healthier I mean pinching, will make your stems a lot stronger and a lot straighter and longer. So not all flowers, you guys, require pinching. For example, with sunflowers, there are single stem sunflowers and also branching variety sunflowers. The kinds of sunflowers you buy at a farmer's market that are like gorgeous heads, like just barely open and straight gorgeous stems, that's a one-cut variety sunflower. Whereas the sunflowers we grow at Farm to Table Kids and in our sunflower forest, they're branching, so they're made to be that way. Other flowers like stock is amazing. This is stock. It's a little crooked because I didn't tie it up. Stock is gorgeous. The first year I grew it, I was obsessed with it because it smells like a very fancy lady from Paris, France. So I love the smell of this flower. The second year I grew it, I was so excited. I grew even more and I pinched them all and I didn't get a single bloom, you guys. You're not supposed to pinch stock. So don't get overly crazy about it. What you should do is, if you don't know whether you should pinch or not, always have a catalog with you, and that way you can look and it'll tell you if you should pinch or not. But most flowers benefit from pinching, like snapdragons, zinnias, sweet peas, dahlias. So let me walk you through how to do it, okay? So when you can see this stalk is one single stem from top to bottom. When I cut this flower, that's all we're gonna get from there, which is why I leave them on, because they're just so pretty. But as you can see, this flower will not be pinched, and for a flower that's a single cut, you get one single stem and that's it. Whereas we're looking at snapdragons here. And you guys, just as a friendly reminder, I love when people ask questions, so go ahead and ask questions if you have any. Mary from Coast of Maine is on the video today, so she'll be able to read them and ask the questions. So this snapdragon here, you can see from this snapdragon, it was pinched a while back, and it has several heads now that we'll be able to get flowers from, and that's because we pinched it back. So what you're gonna do when you pinch back a flower is, let's take this snapdragon here. It's one stem from top to bottom. Usually you go 1, 2, 3 leaves in, and then go ahead and pinch it. It just means you cut it back. This is a very mature plant to pinch back. Usually when we're pinching back, they're about this size here. These I planted in the greenhouse a while ago. So if I show you how to pinch this basil here, you can see this basil has been pinched. And I know it's been pinched because it has see how it has all these branches in it? 1, 2, 3, like all these branches to harvest from. That was pinched about a month ago down here. And what it does is that it increases the branches along here. So what we're gonna do is go 3 leaves in, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't have to be 3, but that's about what you want. About 3 leaves on, and then you just take the top off. This is a beautiful monster, this is lettuce leaf basil, and it's so awesome. Yes, I did just cut the top of it off. Yes, I did just take the budding top off. That's okay. It's going to put energy back into the plant to be able to make it triple its yield and really branch out. So I want to show you some more that we pinched as an example as to why to pinch. This is Thai basil. This Thai basil was pinched about a month ago, and look at all the different branches that we now have to harvest from. But look at this purple basil. This purple basil has not yet been pinched. See how it's still just one branch? I want it to look like this. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I'm just gonna pinch this off, okay? and that's really going to encourage branching for the rest of the harvest season. So, and you get to harvest! Yay! So let me show you other things that do really well with pinching. Sweet peas. Sweet peas. Love sweet peas. Mary, do you love sweet peas?
Love sweet
They
peas.
smell so good. So the way to get long stems for sweet peas, you guys, because everybody asks me this, has to do with your variety. So make sure you buy from a good source like Johnny Select Seeds or Alan Sterling. Look at this stem. I mean, come on. This is really impressive for a sweet pea stem. And also, can you smell it? Smell-o-vision. It's the best smell. Sweet peas need proper trellising to get a strong stem, because if it's not, like, if it doesn't have something strong to climb onto, the stems are going to be stressed, like these guys. These are just climbing up like little strings that I put in the garden. That you can see the energy is going into putting, like, finding a place for that plant to trellis, and look at the difference in the stems. So make sure you have proper netting. Portanova netting is great for flowers to climb. And then once they're properly climbing, snapdragons, but also sweet peas do phenomenal if you cut them. I pinched these ones. I did not pinch these ones. So look at this wall here. And then these ones here are just starting to come in. But these ones, again, I have not pinched them. So their stems are much shorter than the other ones were. And they're just not as abundant. So always, and I left this here to kind of show you guys, and we were doing this pinching lesson, but I did want to give you an example of what the abundance is like when you pinch versus when you don't. You're still going to get flowers, and if you don't pinch, you're going to get flowers sooner than if you do. But when you do, especially if you want to grow flowers to sell, you do want to pinch. One flower people always ask about is dahlias. So let's go outside. I'm going to show you how to pinch a dahlia. People get so nervous about it because you wait so long for your dahlias to come and you just want to see them. It does set you back 2 weeks, but come with me and I'm going to show you how to pinch a dahlia. Basically, it's the same concept. You're going to want to have about 2 to 3 leaves on the plant, and then you're going to take off the top of the head. Look at the sunflowers, guys. So as I was saying, not every sunflower is a single stem variety. So this, as you can see, it's branching sunflower. It has petals growing, it has leaves growing in these intersections. So that means we're going to get sunflowers growing out of those junctions. So these are not single stem. We do have single stem out in the field. So this is our gorgeous herb patch. And in here, we have special varieties. There's some flamingo celosia. This is a dahlia. Okay, so Kirsten just weeded this, so just move those out of the way. But this dahlia here, guys, was grown from seed, not tuber, from seed. Isn't that amazing? So what I'm going to do here, and she's shorty, this is a good time to do it because you don't feel so bad cutting off the top. But as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of leaves. I'm just going to take this off, go right down to the junction. You getting that, Mary? Mm-hmm. Boop. Okay. Yes, I did just cut the bud off. It's okay. It's going to increase the branching on this plant, and it's going to triple your yield. So same over here. This is a great one to show you. Look at this little rock a kid painted. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay, this is a great one to look at. So yes, your new growth looks beautiful and green and healthy, and that's wonderful. But if we pinch this, we already have 2 blooms, 2 stems coming right there. So just imagine that's now going to take 1 stem and make it 3. Okay, so that's why pinching is so important. It really will increase your yield dramatically. It also makes your stems longer and sturdier. And if you're growing to sell flowers, it really is important to pinch. If you're not sure what flowers to pinch, just look it up online. Look it up on johnnyselectseeds.com or in the catalog that you bought your seeds from, and they'll be able to tell you whether you should pinch or not. Okay? So, Mary, any questions? No questions?
Let's see. Oh, we got one question. This is so helpful. Thank you, from Julie Osen, who happens to be my sister.
Oh, so cute. Well,
hi, Julie.
Thank you for tuning in.